Same age, 15, I started doing drugs, started experimenting with marijuana. I was entering high school. I was wanting to be, the cool kid, football, baseball, do all the sports and all those kind of things. And I would have to say, during that experience when I was 15 and 16, I was really lost now that I look at it. I thought I knew who I was. Drugs was, my idol. That's who I came to when I was depressed. And when my freshman year started, that's when all the other things started coming on, like sex, disrespecting my parents, staying out late, not coming home, not calling my parents, all kinds of things. And I'd have to say that that's when I really just felt a need to change. And I tried to do that. I didn't do drugs for, I'd say, a month. And then some things happened, and I just felt like I wasn't having enough fun. And I was really, I like to do stuff that had a lot of adrenaline. I like to have fun. So I got back into smoking weed, thinking that was, what was fun all about, and having sex. And by the time my junior year came around, complete drug addict. It started off smoking, once a month, once a week, and then almost every day. And like I said, my junior year came around, and I had a bad reputation. Just the type of person that you would, in high school, I guess you would think that's cool, but really it's not. And I just really wanted to just fit in and stand out and just be the cool kid. And at the end of my junior year, I ended up getting arrested for the first time I ever been caught for anything. Completely had my parents fooled. Like Jake, I was raised in a nice home, nice family. My parents, supported me, and they just always tried to, be there for me. And they never really knew what was going on inside of me. And I think that was a big problem for myself, because I felt like I wanted someone to reach out to me, but I didn't want to have to reach out to them to let them know what my problems was, if that makes sense. And I ended up getting arrested. I don't know if you ever heard of Athens, it's the University of Georgia. And I ended up getting arrested, and I got out and said, you know what? That was the most scariest thing I've ever done, going to jail. And I was like, I'm just not that kind of person. So I decided not to do drugs. I was like, okay, I'm going to calm down. 2 days later, I was smoking, popping pills, doing everything that you can think of. And about 2 weeks go by, final exams, and the night before I was partying and having fun, and I tried cocaine for the first time. And just right when I tried cocaine, I just knew right then that, I'm addicted. I want to try everything, and that's my life, and that's what it's going to be. So I made up my mind that's what it was going to be. And long story short, I ended up going to school. Principal stopped me and saying, hey, we have reason to believe that you're selling narcotics at our school, and taking them, we would like to search you. And I got caught, I had stuff on me, and I went to jail, and I was in there for a month, and they needed to find a place for me to go, because I was looking at doing a lot of time. And I was young, almost done with high school, only have 1 more year left, and I was just really in a big mess. And my mom found some place in Tennessee, Teen Challenge, and I was going to go there, but they didn't have school, and my education was a really big thing. So somehow, never even heard of Polish Youth Home or By Day, Georgia. My parents found out about that place, and they were like, all right, we're going to see if you can get in. So I went for an interview, did the interview, went back to jail for 2 weeks, and got accepted. I came, and the program, in the beginning, they were encouraging me and saying, you know what, you're doing good working, and all these things. And I was just like, yeah, I'm just glad to be out of jail. That's what I'm working on. And I got food on the table. And I guess it really didn't set in that I was really at a youth home for the first month or two, because I was just so happy, that I was out of jail. And then as time went on, I just started realizing, you know what, I can't stand this place. I don't agree with anything they're saying, and I just want to go home. I played it off, did what they asked in the beginning, and time went on, and I started realizing what they had and what they believed in and the morals and everything that they stood for. And I guess it's being around them kind of people, you kind of want that for yourself. And I just realized that God was the biggest thing in their lives. And the reason they had family and kids and all these good things was because of God. And that's when I started reading scripture and trying to listen in Bible study and ask questions and just kind of see what is God and who is he. And I'm still doing that. And I'm still trying to learn as much as I can, but I can definitely tell you that I have a relationship with God and that he is real. And I was saved 7 months ago. And ever since then, it hasn't been any easier. I know you got to be careful what you pray about. For patience, that he's going to give you things to be patient about, things like that. But ever since I've done that, I just noticed a change, and I feel good inside. And there's a happiness there. And the program, they put you through so much. They're constantly on you. I have crazy stories, people digging holes when they get in trouble, carrying logs, weights, everything. And you would think, when you're doing that kind of stuff, you're like, what's this going to teach me? Like, okay, I'm going to get a workout in. But it really teaches you a lot. And now I've been in the home for 12 and a half months, and I love the home, and I definitely will come back to it when I graduate. And I just think it's a great place, and I recommend to any of y'all. I mean, I don't know what y'all are going through, but I know everybody does have their own story, and they've all been through something, whether it be drugs, depression, sex, and all that. And I'm telling you, it's not the way. And the only way is to surround yourself by people who care about you, really care about you, who love you, and who are after the same thing you are. And, more importantly, they love God. Just thank you for letting us come out here today, and y'all have a good night.
I would definitely say parents need to pretty much connect with other parents and communicate with them and have an open relationship. So when they have kids, or if they already have kids, there won't be any problems or miscommunications, because they were reliable and they try to input something in their child. If a parent is connected with another parent, they're definitely going to know a whole lot more than if they weren't. Maybe if you're weak in one area, maybe being too strict or whatever, then you can learn that from another parent. You can learn how to be strict. You can learn how to ease up on certain things. You can learn what to watch out for, maybe drugs, alcohol, sex, things of that nature. I would have to say just to always love your kid and to always stick with them with whatever they're going to do and support them, and eventually I think something good will come out of it.